Can we start with a Matt Murray update?
Yeah, wasn't feeling well today or yesterday. The doctor held him out, so he would have skated. Doctor didn't think it'd be great, so he'll be back in practice tomorrow.
And does that indicate that he will be ready to go on Thursday?
We'll see how he looks tomorrow, but if he's not ready, then Forsey will go.
Okay. Can I ask you a hypothetical here, and that regards Brady? If he were to sign within the next 5 minutes to 48 hours, how long will it take for him to be up and ready to go?
Well, it'll be up to him to see what kind of shape he's in. I mean, which we'll get a look at right away. But the likelihood is 7 to 10 days. By the time he gets here, skates. I mean, if he's in outstanding shape, it's hard. I mean, you miss NHL training camp. The pace these guys are moving, no matter where you skate. If you're not skating with NHL players, it takes you a little bit to get up and going, and I wouldn't want to put him in a bad spot. But also, if he is here, he's a pretty good player. So as soon as we can get him in, we get him in shape and get him going.
But you exercised on the side of caution and not throwing him into the mix right away.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I watched it with, I seen it firsthand with Willie Nylander in Toronto, where he skated a couple times and went in and just really was ineffective for a significant amount of time till he got his legs going. So, you want to put the team and the player in the best possible chance to succeed, and practice his skating with the guys is probably the best route. But we'll see if that if it comes to that situation, we'll have a look at it day by day.
See the kind of player who needs to skate too.
I think everyone does. I mean, the league's so fast. I mean, there's not like, no matter who you are, it's your timing, it's banging into people, it's a lot of things. So big guys, especially, training camp is a good time for them to skate and skate every day. But no matter who you are, it's an adjustment. But I mean, good players sometimes can get in there and play sooner in some. But like I said, we'd have to look at them each individual day and make that decision.
Will you hold off at this juncture on naming a captain?
Yeah, at this point, we're going to announce a leadership group on Thursday, and we'll let that out to you guys then, and then we'll see. Like again, it's a week by week, month by month situation here, and I mean, it's not something that's done lightly. It's someone that's going to be the leader here for a long time, so it'll be the right decision when it comes time.
Just to go back on Murray, he missed last week. He didn't go to Montreal because he wasn't feeling well. That related, is it the same illness?
I don't know if it's the same, or I mean, there's a cold going around. I think everyone's had a piece of it here in the last month. So, but I don't know exactly what it is. I didn't see him, or the doctor didn't tell me. But I just know he couldn't practice today.
And still, no COVID.
No COVID, no. I mean, that's instant. These guys are tested immediately. If there's any kind of symptoms of anything, they're tested immediately, and that's ruled out at this point.
What's your kind of focus now on preparation for opening night? And it certainly, hypotheticals aside, it certainly doesn't look like you're going to have Brady Tkachuk.
No, Brady won't. I mean, no, he's not going to be playing in the opening game. I mean, it's in 2 days from now, and he's still in the States. So, we got to go life without him at this point, and someone's going to have to step up and be better. And someone that wasn't going to be in the lineup is going to be in the lineup. So, I say to the guys, I was that guy, that was a minor league guy that was up and down, and you always sit there at home and say, what I could do, what that guy does. Well, now's your chance. So, everyone in that room believes that they have the ability to do what the people that play sometimes in front of them do. Everyone, there's some guys now are going to get that opportunity and make good on it, and you get to stay.
DJ, how deserving is Parker Kelly of his 2-year extension?
I think he's an organizational player when it comes to what we're about. Undrafted, work ethic, just puts his head down and goes. Does anything for the team. He's been on the fourth line down there to not play to where he is today. He's going to be in the lineup night one. He brings us energy. He's a smart player. He's a good penalty killer. I think he's a guy that's going to be around here for a long time.
DJ, the way you had your defense pairings today, is that kind of what you're thinking for Thursday, or is it still to be fine-tuned?
Still to be fine-tuned. We may go 7. At this point, there's some decisions to make. Certainly with the injuries and everything up front, I'm not a huge proponent of 7D, but we may go to that.
Who do you think your third defensive pairing is right now?
Well, I think it's a toss-up. I mean, really, I mean, everyone's played good games, and everyone's played, not everyone, but the bottom guys have played bad games as well. So I think it's fair to say that Zub, Zaitsev, Shabbat, and Holden have been, the best of the four guys, or those are the four guys that are playing for sure. And then, we've got some tough decisions, and it's not an easy decision, but we're going to make it. And, if it doesn't work out, we're not afraid to change and change again until we find and figure it out.
How should a guy like Shane Pinto feel going into the season after,
I think he's had a real good training camp. I think he was good from rookie camp on. He's a good hockey player. So, I mean, I think he just continues to get better at the little things in the NHL that's going to make him a good player for a long time. It's a lot of pressure on a young guy. We're going to use him kind of in a shutdown role. So, I mean, he's going to be playing against Tavares, and he's going to be playing against Jamie Benn and Sagan and, throughout the year. So it's a tough challenge, but one that I think he's going to get better and better at as the year goes on.
Is there anyone I don't know if you like to do this kind of, is there anyone he reminds you of? Or?
I hate to say what in my head I think, because the guy's a Hall of Fame player, but Bergeron, I mean, it's pretty high praise. I mean, that's arguably one of the best centers, 1-2, him, Crosby, and a couple other guys for the last 10, 15 years. But just if you look at him, and this is probably not fair to him to ever put that kind of pressure on him, but as a right shot and a guy that can win face-offs and get up and down the way he does now, I mean, if you become half the player that Bergeron is, you're a heck of a player. So let's not forget about that. But, I mean, when I look at him, I think he's a responsible guy, but that can provide offense as well.
Well, one thing you said on the weekend was that you admire his maturity, right?
He's just very businesslike when he comes to the arena. He doesn't mind you of a young kid. He knows what he's got to do to get ready. He just looks mature, and he looks like he's ready. A lot of times young guys waver in their confidence, and his demeanor says that he's serious about what he's doing and he wants to get better.